You know that moment. You're texting them every day. They tell you everything. They trust you. They laugh at your jokes. Maybe they even say things like, "You're such a good friend." And every time you hear that word, friend, it feels like a door quietly closing. Because deep down, you want more. But here's the brutal truth. The friend zone isn't a place they put you. It's a role you accepted. And most people make the same mistake trying to escape it. They confess their feelings. Big mistake. Because attraction doesn't grow from pressure. It grows from absence, tension, and uncertainty. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact psychological shift that can change how they see you in less than 48 hours. Not manipulation, not games, just human psychology. And the last step is the one that changes everything. First, understand this. If you're in the friend zone, it doesn't mean they dislike you. Actually, it's often the opposite. They feel safe with you, comfortable, predictable. And that's the problem. Attraction needs mystery. It needs emotional contrast. It needs the possibility of losing something. But when you're always available, always replying, always emotionally present, your value becomes invisible. Not because you're not valuable, but because humans adapt to certainty. Psychologists call it habituation. What's always there stops being exciting. And this is why begging, explaining, or confessing rarely works. Because you're trying to force attraction through logic. But attraction is emotional. And emotions don't respond to arguments. They respond to change. First move, disappear. Not forever, just enough. 48 hours. No initiating. No checking stories. No random messages. Nothing. And yes, this feels terrifying. Because your mind will tell you, what if they forget me? But that fear reveals something important. You've been operating from scarcity. And scarcity kills attraction. When you pull back, something happens psychologically. Your absence creates contrast, and contrast creates awareness. Suddenly, your presence has weight again. They notice the silence. They notice the missing attention. And the brain starts asking questions. Why did they stop? That question matters because curiosity is the birthplace of attraction. But here's where most people ruin it. The moment the other person reaches out, they go right back to old patterns, fast replies, long emotional conversations, zero change, and the dynamic resets. Which brings us to the second move. And honestly, this is where everything changes. When they come back, and if the connection was real, they usually do, you cannot return as the same person. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. The goal isn't to punish them, it's to reset perception. And there's one phrase that creates that shift instantly. A phrase that signals confidence, independence, and emotional value. Most people say the wrong thing here. They explain, apologize, overcompensate. But the right response? It creates tension. And tension changes chemistry. Here it is. When they text, "Hey, where have you been?" You say, "Been focused on myself lately. Needed some space." That's it. Simple, clean, powerful. Why? Because it communicates three things. First, your world does not revolve around them. Second, you have boundaries. Third, your attention is earned, not automatic. And that changes your position instantly. You stop being emotional furniture and start becoming someone they have to re-evaluate. This is the psychology of reattraction. People value what feels emotionally scarce, not unavailable. scarce. And if there was ever potential, this is where they start feeling it. Not because you chased, but because you stopped. Here's the truth nobody says. Getting out of the friend zone isn't about making someone choose you. It's about becoming someone who no longer waits to be chosen. And ironically, that's when people start seeing you differently. Because confidence is attractive. Boundaries are attractive. Self-respect is attractive. So if you're stuck in the friend zone right now, don't confess. Don't chase. Change the dynamic. Disappear. Reset. Return different. Because sometimes the fastest way to change how someone feels about you is to show them what life feels like without you.